Hello, everyone, and welcome to Singles and Married with Maureen. Today, I'm going to be talking to us about kinds of men you shouldn't marry as a single lady. As a single lady, it's not every kind of man that you should marry because not every man is a husband material, like we say in this part of the world. All right, marriage is beautiful, marriage is good, marriage is enjoyable if you marry the right person. So sit back and invite your friends. Please, I'll ask you to share this video. Share it on your walls, on your timelines. Share it as a reel. Share it. Just share it. You're helping somebody out there. All right. Thank you very much. All right. The first kind of man you shouldn't marry as a single lady is a man without an ambition. A man without an ambition is a purposeless man. It's like going on a journey and don't even know where you're going to. Remember, you're going to marry this guy, you're going to spend the rest of your life with him, you're going to have kids, and he's going to be like, the person you will be looking up to for direction in your home. So if you marry a guy that is purposeless, that doesn't know where he's going, that doesn't have plans for your home, you're just literally keeping yourself at a spot because you are not going to move forward. You're not going to go anywhere. We all want to succeed in our marriages. Everybody that gets married wants to make progress. And if you marry a man without an ambition, I tell you, you're not going to make progress. You'll be having conflicts because you're going to be depending on him to make decisions, to take bold decisions for your family. You're going to be depending on him to make the right choices. An ambitionless man would just be passing those responsibilities on to you because he doesn't even know what he wants. So that's a wrong kind of person you would want to marry. So don't marry somebody without an ambition because you are going nowhere. All right. Secondly, the next kind of person you shouldn't marry is a man that doesn't fear God. He says, "I fear no one." If a man fears God, he's going to treat you right. So marry somebody that fears God. Some people don't even believe there is God. Some people don't even believe that God exists. So if you're going to marry and enjoy your home, marry somebody who fears God. Because if he fears God, there are things he won't do to you. He's going to remain faithful to you. He's not going to beat you. He's not going to do things that that would hurt you. So marry somebody who fears God. All right? Marry a man who is not an addict. One of the worst kinds of persons you marry is an addict. Whether it's porn addict, whether it's alcohol, whatever form of addict, addictions can be very destructive. Probably you're dating him and you say, "Oh, I'm going to help you, But that's the job of professionals. An addict can only change if he wants to change. All right. So even if you, of course, propose to help him change, but you are still dating. When you get married, it will piss you off. You wouldn't enjoy him because his addictions are going to be weighing you down in that home. So that's one person you wouldn't want to marry, an addict. Any kind of addict. Addictions are very strong. They are not things that are easily broken out of. Such persons need professional help. So let them get one before they even think of getting married because they're going to ruin themselves and also ruin the person they are marrying. So that's not somebody you want to marry. The next kind of person you shouldn't even think of marrying is an abuser. Whether it's a physical form of abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, any kind of abuse, you deserve the best. Don't settle with an abuser. All right? An abuser doesn't see anything wrong in dishing out his mind, no matter how you feel. He doesn't see anything wrong in beating you when he gets angry or when you piss him off. He doesn't see anything wrong in crushing you emotionally. So that's a very wrong person to marry if you want a happy home. Don't marry somebody who would abuse you physically, who would abuse you mentally, or any form of abuse. It can lead to insanity. You can imagine somebody you married, somebody you say you love, and he keeps beating you because you did something, something wrong. That's not somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with. So don't marry an abuser. The next kind of man you shouldn't think of marrying as a lady is a controller. I call them control freaks. Don't ever think of marrying a control freak. If you marry a control freak, I'm telling you, he will control you and control your destiny. He will literally tell you when to do things. He would like to control your decisions. He would like to make decisions for you. He would control every aspect of your life. You know, you are dating, and at first you think, oh, you are cool with it. He's being romantic, but 2 3 months into the marriage, discover that he's pissing you off. Because he's going to control when you visit your parents. He's going to control who talks on the phone. He's going to control every damn thing about you. And I'm telling you, you won't like it. People that have married control freaks are not finding it funny. So I'm warning you beforehand, don't marry a control freak, because you wouldn't want your life controlled. As a married person, you should have some form of freedom to yourself. That you're married doesn't mean you've sold off everything about you. No. You should still be happy. You should still have your friends around you. You should still live your normal life. In fact, if you marry, you should be better off than when you are a single person. So marrying a control freak will not give you that kind of freedom. He will control you. He will control everything, literally everything about you. So you don't want to spend the rest of your life with a control freak. All right. Okay, the next kind of person you should marry is a hot-tempered person. Probably are just dating and you're noticing that he has some kind of temper. Well, I'd like to let you know that a broken engagement is better than a broken marriage. You wouldn't want to spend the rest of your life. Marriage is for destiny. It's for a lifetime. You wouldn't want to spend the rest of your life with a hot-tempered man, I tell you. Whenever he gets angry, he breaks everything. He breaks the television. He kicks you. He can't control his temper. Every one of us do have tempers, but it should be under control. You know, some people say, you hear things like, she killed her husband, or he killed the wife. Oh, I don't know when I did it. They let their anger get the best of them. Our anger, everybody has anger. Everybody has some kind of temper, but you keep it under control. So when you meet a guy who can't control his and goes overboard and do stuff when he's angry, that's a sign. That's a very big red flag. So run for your dear life. You wouldn't want to spend the rest of your life with somebody who can control his temper. All right. The next kind of person you should marry as a single lady is mama's boy. Okay, I'm not saying if a guy loves his mother and cherishes her, that's perfect. That's good. It's a plus. But when every single thing he does is controlled by the mother, that's a red flag. The mother tells him how to treat you. He listens to his mother. Anything his mother tells him, he does it. The mother tells him how to treat you. The mother tells him how to run the home, his decisions, everything. And you don't have a say. Everything is controlled by the mother. That's a red flag. You don't want to spend the rest of your life with that kind of person, because the mother will literally control your home. You wouldn't have a say. Everything that happens in that home must happen because the mother approved it. So a mama's boy is a no-no if you want to enjoy the rest of your life as a married person. They literally control everything their children, especially their sons, does. And they are so assertive, you know, those moms are so assertive, and they have put this kind of fear in their sons that no matter what you say, what mom says comes first. So you don't want to spend the rest of your life with that kind of person. All right, the last kind of man I'm going to talk about that you shouldn't marry as a single lady is a lazy man. I tell you, you wouldn't want to spend the rest of your life with a lazy man. A lazy man, he doesn't see anything wrong with sitting down all day in the house. He doesn't see anything wrong in going out there, and thinking of how to put food on the table. He leaves those responsibilities to you as a woman. That's what he will do. So now that you're still dating, you are seeing those signs. He doesn't have any job doing, and he's not keen about getting one. Every time, oh babe, can I get some urgent 2K? He's always looking for urgent 2K and urgent 3K. That's a sign. That's a sign. You don't want to spend the rest of your life with a lazy man. He doesn't like to work. He's always looking for who will give him. For Christ's sake, you're going to raise a home. You have kids. You're going to buy Pampers. How do you intend to foot those bills? So if you're dating a lazy man currently, you're seeing those signs, you don't need an angel to tell you that that's how it's going to be. Don't say he will change. Most times people don't change. Marriage doesn't change anybody. In fact, marriage amplifies who you are. So if he was a lazy person while you're dating, I'm telling you, he's going to be a lazy person in the marriage. And that's not what you want. You don't want to bear those burdens alone, financial burdens and all that. So think about it. look, no, examine it critically. If you can, no, fine. But I'm telling you, most times as a marriage counselor, they come back telling, it's overwhelming. The burden is so much. I can't handle it alone. So now I'm telling you this so that I don't have to fall into the group of those people who will come back, and start crying. So these are the kind of men you should marry. If you think there are other types of men you should marry, please, pen them down in the comment section. I would like to hear them. Thank you very much. Please share these videos. I'm going to see you some other time. Take care of yourselves. I love you. Bye.